How you doing, everybody? My name is Octavius Levon Blount. I'm the coordinator for the Mayor's Office of Black Male Engagement, and we're here for another Spotlight series. This is where we spotlight black men that are doing great work in the city of Philadelphia, and we're here with one of them today. His name is Nasiar Smith, and he's going to talk to us about what he does, how does he impact black men and boys in the city of Philadelphia, and also how is he unique and different in this world. So, Nasiar, how are you doing today?
Well, super fantastic. Thanks for asking. It's an honor and a privilege to be here. So I'm happy that you actually reached out and had me a part of this type of ordeal here.
And I'm glad that you made it in here safely.
Thank you.
I know it's a little rainy outside. But if you can let me know what's unique about you, but like outside of the hats that you wear, can you tell me what your friends would say about you, what kind of person that you are and your character?
Very ambitious. Very driven, person that works hard, somebody that's always looking to lend a hand and connect people to, whatever it is that they're needing help with. I'm a natural connector.
Okay.
So, yeah, those are things that you would say about me. Very positive, open-minded individual.
Okay, and I would say you're very ambitious, like you said.
Yeah.
And easygoing, just by me meeting you.
Right.
Easygoing and very presentable. Because a lot of people say tall black men are not presentable. You play basketball, I know that from our conversations previously. Outside of what you do, how do you create a level of, how can I say this? A level of understanding for black men to understand how to navigate this world that we live in?
So I pretty much, for myself, I try to create the way and learn from others before I give that type of advice to the next brother. I typically focus on ways that I can break barriers and change the status quo.
Okay.
So I focus on how I can go about doing those things, and in doing that, I'm learning as well. And then when someone else is able to come to me and ask me questions about things that I may have encountered or ways that I've been able to do what I've done, I'll give them that same blueprint for them to set themselves up for success.
Okay, okay. As far as being a connector, and now I'm going to get into the hats that he wears, how do you think you connect with young black men in the work that you do?
Being able to educate them on not just about just being successul, but letting them know that life is bigger than your four walls that you live in the neighborhood and the four-block radius that you are surrounded by every day. So I try to connect them with their inner self so they can figure out who they are and what they want to become, and being able to tap into that potential that they have. So that's pretty much how I would go about connecting the young black males. Is not so much of trying to just preach to them, but give them game, guidance, attention, motivation, and education. So that's how I pretty much handle that type of thing.
Okay, now as far as how you handle certain things and connect with young black men, what kind of work do you do to create that connection?
One of the things that I'm like heavily involved in is financial education. I consider myself a financial education advocate, being able to connect the inner city youth and other members of the community to financial resources and education, so that they can help propel their lives towards financial freedom, essentially. So, yeah, absolutely.
Now, with financial freedom and the work that you do, I know it's called TPI.
TPIM.
TPIM. Can you talk to me a little bit about that as well?
Yeah. So the People's Innovation Movement really got started because of my passion. I've been working in the financial services for about 6 years now.
Okay.
And I saw a need in our communities of people just not having the knowledge and having the resources to information. So I started an organization. I sat down with my best friend, who's actually a female. We sat down and I told her I had this plan. I didn't know what it looked like, and I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I had a plan. And instead of going, analysis by paralysis, trying to figure out how I could get it started, I just did it. And as I did it, I began to learn new things about how to go about doing it. And then I started looking up to guys like John Hope Bryan, who runs Operation Hope, which is a big financial empowerment organization in the United States.
Okay.
So once I saw that, I knew that the wheel didn't have to be recreated. I just needed to adapt to what was there and create my culture and my will for the People's Innovation Movement. And in doing so, we have done great work. So, and I'm still enhancing that, to this day, because I'm a student of the game. Every day is a new day for learning for me, and it's a new way to think of better ways to heighten this organization.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what is your vision or like your far-reaching goal for TPIM?
My far-reaching goal for the People's Innovation Movement is to, one, impact the education system by adding financial literacy and financial education and personal finance all into a curriculum. Getting the School District of Philadelphia, which I'm a product of, to adopt personal finance as a major requirement for graduation, which is going to futuristically set up millennials and all of the youth up for success later on in life. That's one of my visions with it, because we have a subdivision called Project 214, which focuses on the 214 public schools in the School District of Philadelphia that we want to have financial literacy in those schools. And then moreover, we want to be able to be that bridge in the community for people to have connections to educational resources and information for them to propel their life to the next level. So really, I want to impact the entire city of Philadelphia and get everybody on board. I want to see a TPIM office in every section of the city to be able to help each member of that community with their financial situations.
Okay. Now I know you talked about mentors, people that you look up to.
Yes.
What advice, is two parts, what advice had they given you in order to be successful in the world that you're in? And what advice would you give young black men that are watching this show and that also look up to you? What kind of advice would you give them?
The type of advice I would give them that those mentors have given me is having hope.
Okay.
Have hope and have the mindset towards the thing that you're trying to accomplish. It's a quote that I'm going to drop on you.
Okay.
And is
I'm listening.
To be broke is economic, but to be poor is a disabling frame of mind and the depressed condition of your spirit. And you must vow to never be poor again, because poor is a mentality of the mind that you can do in yourself that can cause you to have no hope for yourself to get out of the situation and the circumstances that you currently sit in. So the advice I would give to them is have hope, surround yourself with people that are like-minded and upward individuals, because if you hang in a group full of 4 broke individuals, you'll be the 5th. So you gotta position yourself the best way you can, and just stay loyal and continue to perfect the craft that you have. God gives us all the talent, and I feel as though it's up to us to figure out that talent and tap into it. So having hope. I went on a tangent.
It's fine. It's fine. Changes are good. Changes are good.
Having hope and just don't be afraid to fail. I fail every day, and I learn from the failures that I fail on every day. And today is a new opportunity for me to get over the failures that I had yesterday, so that I could become the better Nasiar today. So
I like that. There's nothing wrong with going on the tangent.
Yeah.
That means you have something important to say, and it's on your mind, and you're passionate about what you're saying.
Yes, absolutely.
So just to close, I would like to say thank you for being here. I want to also say thank you for doing the great work that you do.
Thank you.
And also impacting black men in this city, because without you, they're not going to learn what they need to learn.
Absolutely.
So just to end, I would like to say check us out at our next Spotlight series. You have a great one. Thank you, man.
No problem, man.